We are in week 7, and week 7 is all about the live presentations to the business owners. They went very well. I couldn't be more happy. All 3 groups presented. They presented very well, and all 3 groups presented successfully, meaning each business owner actually picked an idea, a pitch that they liked. So let me show you which were the selected ideas. Let's start with heritage bakes, then we'll look at baby cakes, and then Joe's Bar.
We have Tom. He wakes up. Epic music is playing. We hear him tell us that today is the day. He is going to build a bike because he's a man, and that's what men do. He's getting ready to do it. He's putting on his mustache. Just kidding, it's already on, but he's grooming that mustache. He's proud of his mustache. It's a big, important part of his life. He's combing his hair. He's stretching, and then he sits down at his computer where he's actually just going to be building a bike online. And then what we're going to be doing is having one character, Tom, for this guy, he's going to be building it online, while simultaneously we have Herc at the bike shop, who will be building the bike he's designing. So every time Tom makes something happen to the bike, Herc will comply and make it in the shop. So it's just going to cut back and forth between these two. So, we have him choosing a frame. Herc builds the frame. He chooses the color blue. Herc paints it blue. He decides he wants to make it green. Herc complies and makes it green. He changes it to red. Herc we can have a comedic element between the two. Like, they're not in the same room, but Herc's getting annoyed that he keeps changing the color of the paint. Tom chooses black wheels. Herc complies. Tom changes the gear speeds. Herc complies. Tom decides to make the bike blue again. He sighs and gets another gallon of paint. Tom is loving this computer thing. We have him, clicking away while with manly skill. Herc puts on the Heritage logo. We have a nice close-up of that beautiful little metal thing that's seen on the front of all your guys' bikes. He adds, he adds this accessory, and the accessory's there. He chooses this, and this comes there. And then we're going to have him choose, Tom's going to put on a really pretty bike basket, and that's where it's going to kind of break this cutting, and it's going to turn into a split screen. And Herc's going to just tell Tom no to the bike basket. That's just not happening. And, Tom's just like, dude, I just want to see how it looked, And he ends up crossing into the store now. Just kind of done effects-wise, it's going to literally, cross over into the bike shop, where they meet, and he's like, all right, let's grab a beer. That took a lot out of me, because, Tom didn't actually build it, but he's a little strained. It was a hard day. And then Herc is just going to nod all manly-like, and they take the bike, and they kind of walk around out together to go get a beer. And then we have the logo again, custom bicycles, American made. And the end line where we just kind of see the nice, beautiful outside shot of Heritage, and you hear Tom tell him, it's just so thick, do you take vitamins? He's referring to Herc's mustache, which is much better than his.
So there's a man, and he's just eating these pancakes. They're kind of really gross looking. They don't even have a plate, because that's just how bad they are. That's just how, you just don't eat it. So anyway, so he's standing there, he's just eating these really gross pancakes, looking depressed and sad. In walks this man into his apartment, and he's like, how did this guy get in my apartment? It's kind of weird. So he's kind of weirded out, and how did he get in here? But the man, he just kind of interrupts him and goes, hey there, Timmy. And the guy's like, my name's George. And I was just like, doesn't matter. The point is those pancakes look like they got run over by a truck. The man nods solemnly. He's like, I agree with that. Look at it. Why are you eating that? It looks more depressing than a lonely puppy on Christmas. And it does, because it doesn't have a plate. Because it's not good. Aren't you tired of eating pancakes that taste like unflavored dough in sadness? Then do we have a solution for you? The guy's like, finally. Baby cakes, pancakes. And look how delicious that is. I'm hungry now. So it's so the man starts really excitingly eating these pancakes. And the guy behind him keeps on talking because the other guy's too busy eating to talk. No longer will you have to suffer day in and day out with pancakes that are tasteless and boring. Forget eating only at breakfast time. Think of the possibilities different flavors of pancakes could bring you. And then it cuts to a man, that way, in a park, with his friends. They're just kind of hanging out, eating some pancakes like you do in the park. And the man, who's now a voiceover, is explaining that baby cakes pancakes have many benefits, including but not limited to getting a promotion, figuring out the end to the movie Inception, confidence in your dietary decisions, the sudden realization that you are an amazing person, the foodgasm, cuts to a man and a woman lovingly sharing their pancakes, almost like, you know, that Lady and the Tramp thing where they do the spaghetti and the string. It's that cute. They look to be in love. The voiceover continues. Finding the meaning of life, the ability to skip security at the airport, world peace, and Morgan Freeman will narrate your life, like we all wish he does. So then we cut to over here. A man is eating with his friends again at dinner, and they're having a wonderful time like you do when you're eating pancakes. Forget going to the bar. Instead, stay home in your pajamas on a Monday afternoon and try our appletini pancakes. Then we cut to home. It's going not. It's not going. There we go. Oh, a dog. Kind of reminds me of Rupert a little bit. By the way, we hope he's doing okay. But there's Rupert. By the way, you should probably talk to your doctor and find out why he never told you about these awesome pancakes, and then fire him. Because with baby cakes, you don't need a doctor. You now have the power to never become old or ill again. And then back to, we got the food truck here, and he's holding this wonderful pancake that you have created, and he's holding it up like it's, like Jesus or just the greatest thing he's ever seen. So stop wasting your time with regular boring pancakes that taste like mothballs. Baby cakes makes the pancake you deserve. And it's really excited. And then it goes right to your little finale page here. As they both said, it's got links to everything. The hashtag for this video is pancakes you deserve. And people can go with that. It's all clickable.
So we start with Joe simply talking to the camera, and he says, I know I may be exactly what you're looking for, Chicago. We move on to him sitting in a VIP room, so he's constantly addressing the camera. Legs crossed, relaxed, there's a lot of chill atmosphere going on. He discusses how he's fun, he's exciting, he's unique, and that everything he does here can be very exciting. Next thing, we stop in the TV room, and he shows off the TV room. He explains how 111 plasma TVs sounds pretty freaking awesome. Go ahead and move on. And he says, so go ahead and follow me this way. Go ahead. All right, so next thing we know, he walks off of camera and he walks right into your your concert area. And he explains how he is also a musician, and he has a guitar thrown to him from off stage. He plays an amazing riff, something that completely out of the world, and he tosses the guitar away, and he says, of course, nobody else can do this, or not everybody else can do this kind of stuff. And he also, when he's walking away, he points out to his phone, which will have Joe's Facebook page on it, which has several thousand.
Which obviously won't be that phone.
Yes, not that phone, it's a little outdated. But Joe's Facebook page would be on his smartphone, and he'll address the camera and say, and I also have a lot of friends. We watch Joe climb to the rooftop deck, where he sits down and he says, so do you believe in love at first sight, or should you walk by again? He takes a seat and he says, I'm having too good of a time. And he explains that Joe's is a great place to be, it's fun, it's exciting, and that we should all come down. At the very last slate of the video, we will have links to concerts and events pages on your website, along with links to your YouTube and your Twitter, and he will be talking to the people face to face, tempting them to click these buttons.
So in addition to the presentation, each group also created a really nice looking branding plan and a video strategy plan that includes things like the discussion of the brand focus, and of course goes into explaining all of the ideas and so on. So this is it. Next week we're starting pre-production, so stay tuned for that.